I was sitting next to a girl in my communications class today, and she had a book with her, and it was one of those Star Wars novels, the alternate history or whatever it is, behind the scenes kind of thing. And as I was thinking about it, I realized that my first thought was that that's kind of weird to see a girl with a Star Wars book. You know, I usually see guys with those. And then I started to wonder, why do I think it's weird? Because, I mean, she's a person. She's entitled to her own opinion. She's allowed to like whatever she likes. I have no right to step in her way and say what she doesn't like. And then I realized it's because of her sex, who she is. She's a woman. And, I mean, it's not that women are not allowed to like Star Wars. It's just that sometimes it's a little odd to see women who like Star Wars because it is aimed primarily at men, or the series is aimed primarily at men. I'm sure you'll agree with me in that sense. If you're a girl who likes Star Wars, I apologize if I offended you, but I'm sure I didn't, because I tried to say as candidly as possible, or as nicely as I could. But I don't think you're weird or anything. I'm just saying that I saw it as odd in the spur of the moment. And that led me to thinking of course, what else do I think about all the time? MLP. And how that relates to MLP. And that the idea that a girl can like Star Wars or Transformers and is put up on a pedestal, and guys kind of worship at her feet and say, oh, you're so open-minded, you're so awesome, if only more girls could be like you, if only more girls could accept what we like you do, or try hard to accept the things that we like. And then you get a guy who likes MLP, and people think that he's weird, or, you know, effeminate, or a child molester. But there's the huge double standard in that sense, as you can probably see by my comparison. Hopefully you can see it by my comparison. And I'm not saying that it's anyone's fault. It's the way society has evolved over the years. Now, if we go back to when we were hunter-gatherers in the Stone Age, and, you know, our ancestors were all, the males were the hunters and the females were the gatherers. The males had to be big and tough in order to kill the animals, while the women didn't really. And the gathering job also left them a lot of time to care for the children. So this is where this kind of mentality was taken all the way to almost present day. Probably, I can't remember. I'm kind of bad with history, but I'm going to say like maybe 70 years back is when we started kind of changing things around, changing the order of the world, what is expected of the different sexes, and what is allowed. But that was carried all the way up in there, and we still see lingering traces of that ideology in society, where men are tough, men are big, men are strong, and women are feminine and have to care for the children and cook and clean and all that stuff. Now, in order to put this into perspective, I don't know if you guys saw the Teens React to Brony episode, or Brony's React to Teens React to My Little Pony episode. But there's one girl in it who said, one teenager who said, they asked her if she would want to date a Brony, and she said no, because I want a boyfriend who's tough. That's kind of just very stereotypical judgment on her part to say that all Bronies are not tough. I'm sure there's quite a bit of us who aren't, but there's quite a bit of regular people who aren't tough either. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's not like you watch an episode of My Little Pony and then you go out and you buy one of the little toys and then instantly all your muscles go away. I mean, it's not My Little Pony does not make you weak. I would almost go as far to say that being weak makes you like My Little Pony. Now, not in the sense that I'm trying to offend anyone. I'm just saying that My Little Pony does attract a certain group of people. People who are labeled as nerds, outcasts, freaks, because we have nothing to lose by liking something that is not societally accepted. If we like My Little Pony, who's going to hate on us? The people who hate us anyway. Okay. If a popular person starts liking My Little Pony, they'll be alienated from their friends group completely. All the people that would have liked them could just turn on them just like that, and then it would be done. Their entire empire that they've built around being popular will slowly crumble around them, and it'll be a sight to see. But continuing on. But that's what I think. I mean, I don't know if it makes much sense to you guys, but in all honesty, the fact that guys can't like My Little Pony is kind of derived from both our ancestry of we have to be tough, the idea that the show was originally for little girls, so hence it is not tough, and ergo, we're watching something that is not tough. Ergo, we are not tough. I mean, it's kind of funny in a way because I haven't met, but I've seen some videos by Bronies, and for the life of me, I cannot remember his name or his YouTube name or anything like that. But I'll link him down in the description. There was this one Brony who I saw who was in one of the Bronies React videos, and he was awesome. He's watching the last episode. They're reviewing the last episode, and as he's watching My Little Pony, he's just lifting weights. You know, don't even care in the world. Not a care in the world. Just lifting weights and watching MLP. And I mean, that's I'm not saying that that's what every Brony is like, but the thing is, you can't solely judge a group based on a few stereotypical impulses. Because if that was true, we'd all be what College Humor stated we were. And by the way, completely off topic, but if any of you guys were offended by College Humor, don't be. College Humor takes the piss out of anything they can to make fun of it, to get a few cheap laughs and a few cheap likes and dislikes, or likes and clicks and favorites. College Humor has touched on everything. It is about time that they've gotten to our group. And the fact that they only use the stereotypes that everyone believes only shows to prove how weak they are in their comedic department. I mean, you think they'd be able to come up with some original ones? I mean, I could insult the fandom better than they could. And I'm a Brony and I would never do that. So, I mean, it's kind of, it's more funny to me. Like, I watched it, I laughed. I didn't care. But no one should be offended by it. It's just College Humor being College Humor. I mean, they're stupid, they're funny, and it's what they do. And trying to get them expecting them not to touch on us just because we're a fandom that loves and tolerates is kind of arrogant, I believe is the proper word. So I'm not sure if I have anything to say back on topic. That rant on College Humor kind of was interesting. But yeah, so back to this whole idea of girls can like things that guys can't. I mean, I'm sure that there's a line for both sexes that we can't cross in certain things we like. You know, you can't like drowning puppies in a bathtub because that's not fun. Well, that's not societally accepted. But the idea that women have more of a free range to like what they want as opposed to guys intrigues me in a way. The fact that I believe the feminist rights movement has made them more susceptible, or given the ability to like more things. They're able to like sports, and they're able to like dresses. Tomboys are viewed as, you know, strong women, or even cute to some guys who prefer that sort of girl. But not too many people like a girly guy. And I find that kind of like a double standard. Now, again, I'm not trying to get a rise out of the women or the feminists in this case. I'm just stating what I see. I view society from a kind of a different lens because I have tried to remove myself from it as much as I possibly can and just kind of stare back at it and see what I can see as a whole. And what I see is that guys are not allowed to like the same thing that girls are allowed to like. And whereas girls can like the same thing that guys like. And it just seems that's all I see. And I'm not blaming anyone, but I'm just saying that is an interesting way that society has evolved itself. If not a little hypocritical, but at the same time, it's interesting. Thank you guys for watching this video, I guess. If you guys could follow any of that, I hope you could. Yes, I am wearing a new hat. It's I work for a special some pony, I guess, because she wanted to see what I look like in a fedora. So I'm in a fedora. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you all later.